Hello, my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. People are following protocol as they would follow any other thing, very often marginally, and with poor understanding. I understand that to even try self-healers protocol, one has to be kind of awakened to the lies, because to follow self-healers protocol means to do basically everything opposite to the way we are being told. And that includes the diet, this includes water consumption, and this includes salt consumption, and basically circadian rhythms. Sleep apneas, and other things that can happen in those that follow the protocol. Well, I was checking one forum from my friend in Britain, John, and recently one gentleman stepped out from the forum claiming that unless he finds better salt that is not polluted with lead, he's not going to do this anymore because his health is bad. I don't know if he claims it worsened or the whole things came back or it didn't work. I don't know the details, but it comes out that he was drinking way too little plasma. I don't know exactly percentage of the salt, and what happens is the similar symptoms may occur like to people that turn carnivore, and so at first they feel benefits, and then all of a sudden they start feeling certain symptoms, and right away the brain goes into the indoctrinated program that is scientifically being disclosed to us through media, through schools, schools are indoctrination programs that are being popped in our brains to disconnect us, because everything we are told is lie. And even when I try to explain something, I always go using personal experiences of people I know, and I know that what they say is true. But what happens? Every time a message is different than indoctrinated one, the most common remark is, yeah, well, like this one. Okay, I already wrote something about it here, but there are no links to science or any proof. The Darko claims that heavy metals are not dangerous for our bodies at all. Well, I never claimed that heavy metals are not dangerous to our bodies. I simply state that what we are being told is lie, and I show why I claim so. And this was about lead in a sea salt. Now, where does the information come? Oh, the parrots, internet parrots, but it comes always first through some major announcement that you see that comes through the media channels. Now, whoever asks for proof through some scientific work, well, number one, we are not talking about science, because science is big no-no, it's forbidden. We are talking about soyence, which is the manipulated science to desired effect. So if you want, and you only believe into these final studies, well, it is the same like believing only what television media tells you what is happening in the world. Is there any zilch of truth in what media is telling you? No. The only truth is that something happened. Same like in the Bible, something happened. The truth, it can be proven. But why? And everything evolving around it is fabricated lie. Same like the Bible. Now, what media tells you, what science tells you, pushed through media and pushed through scientific studies and channels, it's all fabricated lie. This is something you cannot trust. What you should trust is someone's direct experience. But then you don't trust it because it was not proved by media. Whoa, we are brainers. The real brainer. Unfortunately, we are all brainers. We are all chicken shits. We are scared. We are scared to do something different. Because the big daddy over there said, no, don't do that. This is bad. I tell you it's bad. Well, you trust the big daddy. Go watch your television, television scripts, scripted information that makes you even more stupid than you already are, if you think that this is how things are. Many times I just point to little details that I observe and that made me right away mistrust what I was being told there and point me into a completely different direction, which is the truthful direction. Like when I said that Biden's inauguration was actually his funeral because of a 3-gun salute. Then I was attacked. No, this was a cannon salute, and funerals have gun salutes, and it was not 11 but 21 salutes for inauguration. Well, I don't give a deadly squat if it's 11 or 21, but I know for sure it's 3 is funeral. And doesn't matter if it is a gun or if it is a cannon. It's a symbolic. Now, going back to medicine, we are all being scared with things, okay? Lead, bad for us. Well, Romans had lead pipes. They were drinking water from lead pipes. Later on we said, no, lead is toxic. So we ripped the lead pipes for incoming water. We still kept lead pipes for the brown water. Then new buildings don't have any more lead at all. Before we had lead in all paints because make paint stronger and more durable. Well, no more lead. And we were told, hey, lead is so toxic, it's so bad, you have to get rid of this paint. So everybody was scraping the paint, which is way more toxic than leaving it where it is. Once when it's there, it's not here. It makes no sense. No, you gotta take it off. Why? Because spying equipment cannot see through the wall if it's lead coated. Like a sheep, We are being directed. And we obey the freaking masters. Now, things are always different than as they are being told. Now, why did this gentleman think that lead poisoning is what is causing his symptoms? Well, let's check here. Let's check soyence. Heavy metal poisoning symptoms. Okay, let's check. What are the poison? How do you know you have been poisoned by heavy metal? Okay, acute exposure will cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain is common of acute metal poisoning. Well, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea are the three ways of heavy detox, no matter what is toxic in your blood. If you are saturated with blood toxins and your body is eliminating them, beside urination, you are going to have diarrhea and you are going to have nausea, because this poison is coming as mucus, toxic mucus, into your digestive system from the blood, from the tissue, and this is causing nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. It has nothing to do with metal. Heavy metal, light metal, ultralight metal, no metal, whatever. Zero connection with metal. Okay? Can it be caused by metal? Yeah, but how do you know? Because Josh Mo on YouTube over there said that this salt I'm using has a heavy lead amount. Well, now, chronic exposure to heavy metals. What are the symptoms there? Numbness or prickly sensation in hands and feet. Numbness and prickly sensation in hands and feet are not related to heavy metal. They're related to pinched nerve, caused by dehydration when you wear out the disc in a vertebra and you minimize the space between vertebrae and they pinch the nerve. Those are typical symptoms, and they are chronic. Yeah. Are they caused by heavy metal? They could, but I don't know anyone who has these symptoms because of heavy metal. There are so many toxins we are being fed with, including those that we receive, that could create this. But mostly it's caused by dehydration. Why? Because we don't take enough salt. We dehydrate because we don't take enough salt. When Bedouins have their caravans with camels walking through Sahara, they don't carry much water, but they make sure that they have salt. And they always put salt in the mouth before drinking water, so they don't sweat it right away out, so the body can hold it and can use it. They are providing plasma back, because plasma is what you are losing. Skin, sweating, it's plasma. It's salty. When you're urinating, you urinate plasma. If you just put water, you are now diluting the colloidal blood content. The electroconductivity drops, and you become more tired, and body has to eliminate the surplus of the water, so you sweat. Bedouins know not to take water without salt. But for us, wow, this is terrible. It is only terrible because we are looking to hear the truth from those that we trust. And we are programmed to trust the most untrustworthy people, from politicians to professors, because professors, not necessarily they want to lie to you, but they trust the professor of theirs and the books that are approved by the criminal system. Okay, so numbness, sprinkling. Okay, what are the next other symptoms? Muscle weakness. Every muscle dehydrated on cellular level is losing tension, becoming brittle, becoming weak. Every dehydrated muscle. There are many toxins that will dehydrate, mostly plant toxins, have nothing to do with heavy metal. Now, fatigue is another one. Same damn thing. Who has a fatigue? People with toxic blood. More blood is toxic, you have a blurry vision, you have foggy brain, your memory goes down, you feel tired, you can't sleep. Symptoms of toxic blood, nothing to do with heavy metal. Memory loss, I just talked about it. Irritability has also to do with foggy brain and incorrect diet. Nothing to do with heavy metal. You're running on glucose, and if you don't get your sugar multiple times a day, most of the time you are running on empty, because your cells cannot replenish the energy from fat. They are now programmed on glucose, which you don't store. So you have to wait until you eat next time. And if you cannot eat in time, well, you become more and more irritable because you are getting tired, but you have to perform. It doesn't go together. There comes irritability. Depression, same thing. Anxiety, same thing. Why anxiety? Because it comes to a point when you have to perform and you are underpowered, that the only way the cells can receive some boost is to tap into glycogen, and they can only do it if stress hormone is being released. Corticosteroid. You release corticosteroid, you go into a state of self-preservation, of fight and flight. You become way more aggressive. Nothing to do with heavy metals. So everything we are being told by soyence is big bullshit. It's pure crap. And people gobble it. Okay, I have again problem here with my equipment. So, you want studies on it? You will not find studies, because every study that is going to question what science is promoting, it is going to be buried. The scientists that want to present truth are not going to be financed. Just look at the freaking climate science. Unless you find out reasons why we are in climate change that we create, you are not going to be financed. So you have to take money from your own pocket, and then when you make a right study, nobody is going to pay any attention to it. They'll bury it because it is not working for those that control you, us. So I don't know how else to explain this thing. You either wake up or continue staring at that screen and bah your way through your life because you're nothing but a sheep. Start trusting your observation. Start trusting those that experience something and they show through their experiences, but not using their explanations. You just want experience. Real news would show you facts. This and this has happened. Period. Anything else is elaboration. You can elaborate yourself. You don't need someone else to elaborate for you and give you some wrong information based on their elaboration. This is not news. I remember this is falling apart. I remember when I came to the United States, and I was from Yugoslavia then, and at night I went to see news, to see what happened. World news. What was the biggest world news? Mets winning on world championship or whatever. What world championship? Baseball plays only in the United States. Well, yes, there are some small groups that play in Japan. There's even one team in Croatia, but they don't play in the United States and they don't play in any world championship. It's all United States. And this was a big news for the day. What happens with politics? Nothing. Yeah. You can only hear about what one politician said or the other one said, and that's it. World news, there is no world news in the United States, never was. Never was. I know because I saw this world news, let's say, on Yugoslavian TV. There was domestic, and then world, okay, what's happening with, I don't know, with Holland, what's happening with Germany, what's happening with United States. We were all much better informed about world politics than any American, including politicians in America, in the United States. And of course, Trump's know politics the best because he's not a politician. He talks from experience. And as far as health goes, I talk from experience. But I do have title in medicine, which I've abandoned once when I started realizing that I was fooled. Okay, guys, I hope this makes sense. This thing is falling apart again for me. I have no idea why. So, if you are stuck on verification of what I say through some scientific studies, well, you are on a wrong, you are listening to the wrong video, you are reading the wrong information if you're on my side. Because there, only what you are going to hear is truth and truthfully explained lies perpetrated to us through soyence, media, history, religion. They're all full of balonies, all lies. Step out of it. Well, love you all. God bless us all. Namaste.